Hi everyone, Extra Flaming here and welcome back to the new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, here we are to recap the second Ashes game review. We're going to be reviewing the second game of the 2023 Men's Ashes versus England. And well, let's just say there was a lot in this game as there was in the first game. But yes, a lot in this game, and we'll be going through the results. Australia won by 43 runs in the second test to extend the lead to 2-0 now. So they're 2-0. And England would have to make some serious changes from here if they want to win the Ashes, because this game was better than the first one for them, but look, still not quite around the mark. Steve Smith was the man of the match as well. He was really influential in this game. But anyway, though, second game, it was at Lords, London. Australia win by 43 runs. We'll go and have a look at the scorecard. Australia batting first, made a really good tally. The tally which in the end set them up for the win. This was a great amount of runs, 416. David Warner, really good, probably his best performance they just had since his century. Back in the home series earlier on in the year. 66 off 88, really nicely done. Khawaja, unlucky, not a great innings from him. Marnus Labuschagne, 47 off 93. But yeah, it was Steve Smith. He was the one to steady the ship. 110 off of 184. Huge saving innings. Travis Head was great, 77 off 73. Three-ball duck for Green, not great. Carey, he was happy to contribute as well with his 22. Stark got out for 6 despite hitting a 4. Pat Cummins also made 22, not out. Again, adding some very handy runs. Lyon made 7, Hazlewood made 4. And now to the bowlers we go, where it was, not great on the England front. Just a couple of their bowlers which were relatively expensive. Robinson and Tongue were expensive, as well as Stokes. But Anderson and Rootworthy were the ones which didn't give up too many runs. But yeah, Broad, Robinson and Tongue all of them gave up quite a few runs, but everyone got a wicket aside from Stokes, who only bowled the 3 overs anyway. Anderson 1 wicket, Broad 1 wicket, 3 for Robinson, and Tongue, who looked really good on debut as well. Josh Tongue, especially in that first innings, after playing against Ireland, I think it was England versus Ireland, he looked really good. And then Joe Root, their spin option due to Moeen Ali being out, he got the 2 wickets as well. Now to England's first innings, Crawley 48 off 48, nicely done from him. 98 for Duckett, who is finally rocking up for the series. He took him a little while to get there, but he is here now, and everything is all good with him. He played a really good game in this Test match. But yeah, Duckett has definitely arrived after this Test match now. He's looking really good. 98 for him, 42 for Pope. Nicely done from him as well. 10 for Root, 50 for Brook. A very important innings for him and his team. Stokes made 17, Bairstow made 16, Broad made 12. So a couple of little contribution runs there. 9 for Robinson, then Tongue got out for 1. Anderson 0, not out off of 1 delivery. Now to the bowling we go, where it was Mitchell Stark, which took 3 wickets for Australia. Despite being expensive, but he took 3 wickets anyway. 1 for Cummins, 2 for Hazlewood, 1 for Lyon, 1 for Green, 2 for Head. So naught for Smith, despite bowling only the 1 over. But look, both the spinners so far, with Lyon being injured, well, even though Lyon was bowling, but with Lyon going out injured, there was going to be some reliance on the other players anyway. And Travis Head, even when Nathan Lyon was still bowling in this innings anyway, still took a couple of wickets. And the thing which I'm going to say really quickly is that you don't know what you're going to expect from players like Roots, Head, Smith, Labuschagne, those players that bowl that little part-time spin and will need to be used throughout the rest of the series. You'd be thinking, even though Murphy will probably come in, you'd suspect, but you still might want to bowl a couple of overs out of Head, for example. But the important thing is that you don't, as a batter, you probably don't really know what to expect. They do toss it up a bit, and they can get some decent wickets because you just don't know what to expect from those kind of players due to the fact that they don't bowl overly a lot. Australia's second innings, they made 279 this time, and it was Usman Khawaja, the one that stepped up this time, 77. He is in some red-hot form despite the earlier innings where he was a bit disappointing, only making 17. He bounced back with 77. Huge innings from him. Warner made 25. Labuschagne made 30. Smith made 34. So the top 4 all making a relatively nice amount of runs. Head was gone cheaply for 17. Green then went for 18. Carey added 21 to the board as well. Stark added 15. Cummins got 11. And then Hazelwood got 1. And Nathan Lyon got 4 in the innings where he was injured and still went out there to bat and got a standing ovation from the Lord's crowd. Now we go to the bowlers where England bowled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, all being pace in this innings. And 4 wickets for Broad, who was definitely the pick of the bowlers. 1 for Anderson, 2 for Tongue, who has played really well on his debut, I thought. 2 for Robinson, and then 1 for Stokes. So now it was going to be to the chase. It was an achievable total here from England. 371 was what was needed to win after Australia started off relatively strongly and then had a little bit of a collapse. They went from about 3 for about 200 to 4 for 279 in the end. So it left the door open for England, and boy, the door was open. They had a big partnership, a couple of really big partnerships in there. After starting off really poorly, they had players like Crawley, who was gone for 3, Pope gone for 3, Brook gone for 4, Root for 18. They did have some early wickets lost, but it was Ben Duckett who had arrived in this test match for sure. He made 83 off of 112, combining with Ben Stokes, who made 155 off 214. Those two were definitely the two that were going to win the game for England, but yes, Duckett got out for 83 and Stokes got out for 155, and at that stage they're about, Duckett goes for, when they're 5 for 177, Bairstow falls cheaply, and then Stokes goes at 7 for 301. As soon as Stokes goes, it is down to the bowling group to get the job done from there. And Broad makes 11, including a couple of boundaries. Robinson gone for 1. Josh Tongue was probably going to be their only last little hope. He made 19 still, so great debut for him. And then Anderson made 3, but in the end, it was not going to be enough. They were going to fall for 327, and Australia get a very good win by 43 runs. Another interesting fact in this game was that it was probably a better fast bowling pitch. There was a barrage of bouncers in this game. It was a bouncer barrage, and there's a couple of really controversial calls when Johnny Bairstow got run out, was stumped by Carey as the over wasn't called, and he left his crease and was gone. Could be a very unsportsmanship act. Let me know what you think of that one in the comment section, because boy, that one had a lot of people going nuts. And then the Mitchell Stark, the Mitchell Stark drop catch as well, or not called catch. It was another really controversial moment in the game as well. But in the end, it didn't cost Australia. Steve Smith manned the match, and they win by 43 runs. So a huge win for Australia. They won the first test match by 2 wickets, and now they win the second one by 43 runs. And now their attention will be turning to the third test match, which starts on the 6th of July at Headingley in Leeds. The fourth one is at Old Trafford, Manchester, 19th of July. And then the final one's at the 27th of July at the Oval in London. So huge back end to the series coming up. But anyway, though, what a win it was. A 43-run win. Steve Smith was the man of the match. And yes, now the attention does turn to the third test in Headingley. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys next video on the channel. Thank you guys so much. Bye everyone. Extra Flaming out.